this quilt, I had extended the back and I was going to bring it over to the front, but I'm not keen on that today. So I found some pink binding and I'm going to put this one on. So I'm just going to start it off, leave a tail. It's 44 by 44 square, this quilt, so I'm going to leave a tail so I've got the joining bit on it. And this won't take long to do, and I don't have to make a binding for it. Let's go forward and back a bit. Lock it off. And we should go round. Go a little bit speeder, a little bit faster. As you see, I fold it up at right angles, look down, make sure this edge is straight, bit of crease. This has quite got starch in it or something, so that creases it nice. And just be careful how you put this under the needle bed, because it can get caught on the feed dogs and pull itself back, the backing. So I usually go in like that and then come forward, so anything that's flat, it would push it back. And I put it down a bit and then go backwards a couple of stitches to meet the corner, and that ties it off. Just slowly. One more. And that's a corner done. I sew it like this. I don't sew it on that line. It just makes it, yeah, that's 1/4 inch, but it'll make it too much when it's folded over on the back. Too wide on the back, if you know what I mean, if you can understand that. put this binding round my neck as well because it twists on itself coming off a reel. I'll just pull it a bit round my neck to give me the length that I need to work with. And what I mean is, I fold that back now and over there, and I've got that much on the back. But if I'd sewn it on this line, I would have on this line, instead of putting the fold there, I would have had another 1/4 inch on the back, which I don't want. You know, it would literally end up like, let's pull it out. Be careful, Belle, because you'll fray it. So I'd have that much. Forget that that's raw, but that's what I would have ended up with, which I didn't want, or don't want. I'm trying to figure out what that is. How do I start there? I'm going to put a pin in that to sort of fasten that off. I don't know what happened there. Put it this way so I can see the red of the pin, to make me go and have a look at it again later on. See, that's how it comes out when it comes off the reel. That's how I put it round my neck. The back of my neck, not right round my neck. Not going to get strangled with it. That's a little bit of cotton from the thread from the seam. So again, at right angles, I can crease that there, and then to there. So this is quite good because it's a little bit of starch or something, and it keeps it in place. So it's just marking it at the moment. So I'm going down to that mark there, the crease. Go back and forward just to tie it off, make it secure. So again, we've already got our crease there and there. Meet that there, nice and straight. But as I say, if you go forward, you'll push all that back. So just be aware of that. Leave it. So I usually go from the back because, again, I'm pulling it forward, so anything that is flapping, hopefully, will be pulled back. But if you do it this way, you should be okay. It's to be aware of it. I'm going to put my needle down. I want to get this bit about. So I can go back a couple of stitches. It doesn't have to be right on the line, on the crease, but that's fine. Coming to the twisty bit, see? So I'll put it there. And it goes over my right shoulder, down the back of my neck and over my left. And then I can straighten that out. Yeah, instead of hanging down and, you know, it coming up to meet you here. I usually end up with a reel across the room, the reel that the bias-minded is on. Again, we're at the corner. Get my quilt nice and straight. I'm going to pull out the length that I'm comfortable with. And we'll down the corner, right angles, take it back down that edge, little crease there, and we're just marking it at the moment. We're not sewing over that, so don't do that, just to that line. And of course, as you get along, you know it's a 1/4 inch, but it does make it a wee bit easier. To make sure you're straight. Right, let's turn that around. So again, we've got the crease there now, so up that way, down and across. And again, it is this corner, because I've been caught with that many a time, flapping down. See? There. So, you know, it's not the easiest. It's doable, obviously, but it's not the easiest because you've got a quilt hanging down the side and across to your left, trying to want to do its own thing. See, my backing fabric, I haven't cut it as thin, but I'm not worried about that. That's fine. It's such a sliver, it'll go into the binding, because I'll just follow the edge of the quilt. Reverse. So just a couple of stitches to the corner. Nice. And now we can get more comfortable. This is our last corner, because we've got our start there. I didn't realise I was so near the top, actually. Never mind. Give yourself some length to work with. So right angles, crease, back down. This line's at right angles, and crease. And we're undoing it because we're going to that crease 1/4 inch. I'm going to go slowly. Reverse to lock it off. So when I pull it like that, it's not going to unravel. And I'm going to go right a little bit round the corner here, because I want enough movement room, so when you join them, you've got plenty of room there. I hope that you can see that. I can't see my screen. I should have put it on my tablet. Aired it, you know, throw it, air it, you know, yeah, whatever the technical thing. That's pretty new to me, so I've managed to do the practice bit with that, so I can get it on my tablet. But we'll see. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it on a proper video. Probably gobbledygook to some of you. That's a good old English word. What's she saying there, gobbledygook? Right, so 1/4 inch. Now, go a little way, not far at all. Just about to there, I think, where my finger is. Do so, reverse, so it doesn't come undone when I'm mucking around with it. What we're going to do is join them there, not like that, but that's so we got room to sew and this isn't in the way. So I'm going to do it on the table here. So we'll just lay that flat as if it was sewn, and we're doing right angles. Make sure that's on the side of your quilt. Right angles, crease. This is great fabric to put a crease in and you'll be able to see it. Sometimes, you know, if you use a flower or a busy binding, or the fabric, the kind of cotton it is. So I'm going to cut some of this off here now because I've got it around my neck and it's far too long. I'm going to cut more than enough so I'm safe. Get that out of the way. So again, because we're not stretching, don't stretch it. I'm going to do that one at right angles again, the opposite way. Okay. So they meet like that. Yeah, that's fine. And what I'm going to do, there are other ways of doing this, a lot of other ways of doing this. But this is the way I do it. And I'll put a pin in there. And then what we can do is I'll turn it over. Excuse me. So I can see my line and it looks like an X. Right? This is why you need the room here. And I'll pin slightly. It's down here, but I'll take it out in a sec. So I put my needle not on the edge, like the opposite of this edge. I put it in a bit because I'm going to reverse a couple to secure it. Just a couple of stitches. That'll do. And then I'm coming to here. I'm just thinking where this needle is. Sorry, pin. Have I left it too? No, I can see it. So I'm just going to pull that out now. I've lost it down the back. That's okay. And I'm going to put a couple of stitches in and cut it. Okay. So when I go like this, hopefully I haven't shown myself up. And there it is. So let's cut these flappy bits off. Be careful when you do it, you don't want to cut the wrong section off. That's that. Lay that down. See, lovely. And I will open these up. And that's it. We can find where we ended the last time. I'll put back stitches again. Just making sure that I can move. Quite stiff, this quilt, so I'm having a bit of trouble moving it around. It's the fabric. This white fabric was quite thick, quite stiff. So there I've met the previous seam, so I will reverse and forward and cut it up. And we'll go back to the join that I made. Just trim that off. I'm going to do the same at this one. I don't want to go too near. Yeah, that's fine. Just a little bit. And then, when I turn it over, that will work out fine when I get there, when I get to sew that. I will. Yeah. So I can quite, see, that's fine. I'm having a bit of trouble turning that over there, but that might be this seam here. I might have gone a bit wider than I should. But once it's, I use the little pegs you get nowadays. See, I've pulled that better. That's better. And I'll iron it. I'm going to iron it that way. And then I use the little pegs you get nowadays to peg it over. Leave it there till I get to sew it by hand. Little trim on the corner. Let's cut this one while I'm here, to show you. Don't cut the seam, don't cut the stitching. Just a little bit out. I'm more worried about that going down into the bed of my machine. Oops. Things are moving around on my desk here. So, one way and then the other. That'll be sorted out once I get to sew it. There we go, bind it on. That's 2 I've done this morning. And it's only 10 o'clock. What are we going to do the rest of the day, eh? I think I'll find something.